Alright, hey guys, what's up? We're back with another video today. Um, just continuing with the website that I would have left off from the last time, and also as well, uh, I don't know what's going on with Rumble. It looks like Rumble stream is lagging for some weird apparent reason, but okay, that's cool. Yeah, so basically going to react to a couple of videos and just continue editing this website. What we had to finish editing with the website was, or well, I should say the plans that we're planning to get into for today's stream is that we had to well, hopefully I can finish whatever. I mean, obviously, it's not a rush or whatever, so it's not like I'm on time clock for this, but yeah, so what we have to complete with this website was the admin page. We had to fix the newsletter. We had to fix the styling of the logging and register pages. So those were just a couple of tweaks that. Oh, and also as well check to see if the different payment options are working as well. So those are the tweaks that were what we are planning to do for today's stream. Also, I just have a couple of videos that I wanted to react to, and just to spread some knowledge and some information for y'all so that, I can make this informative as possible. So I think there's an issue with Rumble right now, which is pretty sad. So let me just maybe lower the quality of my stream. But yeah, for some reason that Rumble is giving problems and I don't know why. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Rumble is giving problems. So Rumble is giving problems for some reason. So that is very strange, man. Because my Wi-Fi is good, everything is good for me. All the streams are running fine. So I don't know why that is happening. Let me just double check though. But to me, everything is supposed to be running fine. I'm sure it just maybe Rumble. But yeah, everything. You see? Yeah, everything sounds nice, man. Everything sounds fine. So yeah, I don't know why that is occurring. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't turn into a massive issue. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, my Wi-Fi, everything is good. So that is strange, man. But anyhow, let's get into the first video here real quick. So the first, so we just have like three topics that I wanted to discuss, which was should you work at a startup, so I mean like a startup company as a developer? How would if like someone someone who is now getting into coding, right? How should they like learn coding in 2025? We'll go through that. And also, well, should you learn JavaScript in 2025? And that would be pretty interesting topic to talk about as well, because if you remember, we reacted to a video last week, I believe, about Spring Boot. And when I was listening to what the guy said, I mean, Spring Boot to me sounds a very innovative dependency to use. So it'll be interesting to see what this guy has to say. So let's get into the first one where he talks about should you work at a startup. So let's get into that. Make sure that's backed up.
You just graduated. You've got your degree, some decent projects, and that classic imposter syndrome cocktail. You're scrolling through job boards, and there it is, a startup posting. Join our rocket ship, change the world, equity, Pizza Fridays. You think, this could be my big break. But then you dig deeper into what working at startups actually means, and the stories get dark fast. Let's start with the golden promise, equity. They dangle those stock options like a carrot. You'll own a piece of the company. But here's what they don't tell you. 87% of startup employees said working at a startup negatively impacted their mental health, and 84% experienced burnout. So you're trading your sanity for monopoly money that might be worth something if the company doesn't implode in 2 years. But
That's pretty interesting. So they're basically saying that if you're looking to start up, if you're looking, well, as I said, he said that you just graduated from school or college or whatever, right? And you're planning to work at a job and you see this job posting and you go to sign up to it, whatever, blah, blah, you get you with a job and then it's your first day coming into the job and then it's like you're like, what the hell is really going on? Like, what is this? You know? So and I've been seeing that like you're losing your sanity and stuff like that. So I mean that is pretty interesting.
Or monopoly money that might be worth something if the company doesn't implode in 2 years. But it gets worse. The work-life balance at startups, that's corporate speak for your life is work now. Most startup wisdom says you should be ready for 80 hours per week. 80 hours. That's like having 2 full-time jobs, except one pays you in dreams and the other pays you in, also, dreams. But wait, there's
Yeah, bro, that is bro 80 hours a week, man, bro. That is like what? So 7 days in a week, right? That is like what? You can say 10, yeah, yeah, bro. That is, man, that's like nearly 12 hours every day, bro. Yeah, like 12, 12, 12. Wait, 12 by 7 is how much, That's yeah, that'll be 84. So yeah, so damn, that is, man, that is. So basically, it's like it comes like you're working like six days per week, which is crazy.
jobs, except one pays you in dreams and the other pays you in, also, dreams. But wait, there's more. The emotional roller coaster is real. Monday, you're the next unicorn. Tuesday, you're 3 weeks from bankruptcy. Wednesday, the founder has a mental breakdown in the break room. Thursday, you're pivoting to NFT because why not? It's like corporate politics, but with ping pong tables and kombucha on tap. Then comes job.
Bro, bro's basically say that yo, man's got so stressed. Man's like yo, bro, is NFTs profitable? Profitable, man. Like yo.
It's like corporate politics, but with ping pong tables and kombucha on tap. Then comes job security. Corporate
Yeah, that's
jobs
a
might
big
be
one.
boring, but at least you know your paycheck will clear. Startups? You might show up Monday and find out the company burned through their Series A on blockchain consultants. Your equity? Worthless. But here's the plot twist. If you're a junior developer, this might actually be your golden ticket. While everyone else gets rejected for entry-level positions requiring 5 years of experience, startups are desperate enough to hire anyone who can code Hello World. Finally, someone will give you a chance.
Bro, that's crazy, man. Bro, imagine that. I mean, as you said, as a new developer, I mean that is really good for you, right? But man, but to say that company just hires you just so that you can because you know how to code Hello World, that is pretty wild, man. I mean, as I said, it's all about quality too, man. Like I don't think any and everyone should just be hired, but bro, what the hell's going on with Rumble, man? Bro, Rumble is acting up right now, man. Let me check my other streams. No, my other streams is good. Looks like there's something up at Rumble. But but yeah, but I agree with him though. Even if you are a new developer, like a startup would be good for you, but it's not. It shouldn't be long term. Let me put it like that. Because if you put as long term, you might as well just cook yourself. So to be honest, man. So yeah.
But hold on, being a junior at a startup is like learning to swim by getting thrown into the ocean during a hurricane. There's no mentorship because everyone's too busy putting out fires. Your onboarding is a Slack message that says, figure it out, and a laptop older than your college roommate. You're supposed to learn React, manage the database, handle customer support, and somehow also be the office IT guy. And here's another plot twist, 80.
And I mean, to be honest, I mean, like these aren't really that hard to do though. Like building the database, building a project with React. I mean, it's like it would take some time, right? I mean, and obviously the laptop as well. I mean, that would send you back 10 years, right? But but in terms of modern day activities, that really isn't too bad to do. Like imagine working at a company and you just have to build a database. You can use like Mongoose, something simple, or SQL, but I rather prefer Mongoose. Build a project with React. I mean, that's not really too hard. I mean, we're doing it right now, right? So it
No
isn't really
customer
not
support,
not that
and
bad,
somehow
man.
also be the office IT guy. And here's another plot twist. 83% of founders admit constant high pressure leads to burnout. But they keep doing it anyway because that's startup culture, bro. So should you work at a startup? Here's the honest truth. Only if you can afford to lose. If you're young, have no dependents, can live on ramen, and genuinely believe in the mission. Maybe. But if you need stability or actual mentorship, that boring corporate job might be smarter. Because the real question isn't, should you work at a startup? It's, are you prepared for what working at a startup actually costs? And for most people, that answer is probably no. And hey, if you enjoyed this content,
So yeah, basically what you're trying to say is that, like, if you really believe in the mission of that company, go ahead. But if you are looking for stability and stuff like that, like actual long term, like yeah, man, the best option is to go with like the corporate jobs and stuff. But I mean, someone could even like I can genuinely see a debate between these two options though, because some people may say that corporate jobs aren't even that secure anymore. So it's like if a startup may be maybe quicker to hire you because they're desperate for workers, right? Whereas a corporate job, they're just looking to get rid of others so that they can like increase their profits and like lower wages, right? So it's like people like it can be a debate between these two, but to me I would say like it's like oh yes, this is what I'm going to say here is very important, and I've learned this from actually from a recent Top Gear video, right? And just to like give the gist of it, right, is that what one of the guys was saying is that instead of looking at what makes a company successful, look at what companies failed to do to become successful, right? So it's basically looking at the failures that a company did and why they end up failing and how you can learn from what they did in order to become successful. So that is like one big thing that even I myself have to look into as well and see that what was these errors that the companies did and what I can do to exploit it. So um the next video that we will get into is how should someone who is like new to coding, right? How should they learn web development in 2025, or I should say coding or programming or whatever in 2025. So let's go. And obviously that
If
is
I had to
also
start
with the
learning
help
web
of
development
AI
all
as well. So, go back to this. That's not over.
If I had to start learning web development all over again in 2025, I'd do things very differently. The first mistake most beginners make is diving straight into frameworks like Angular, React, or Next.js without even knowing the basics of the web. If I were
Yeah, that is true. That is big facts. Big facts. Bro, I probably should make a dedicated video on this, but I'm gonna be so real, bro. I'm gonna be so real. Man, you have to understand HTML, CSS, and JavaScript before you get into stacks, bro. Like, please, for the love of God, man, if you're religious, like, bro, do not go into frameworks or stacks or whatever, right? And try to build a website like you are going to absolutely cook yourself, bro. Like don't go into ChatGPT and be like, well, I'm feeling to build it like vibe coding, right? I'm feeling to build like a gift shop website. Let me just type in the ChatGPT, hey, build me a gift shop website. And when ChatGPT gives you the code, now you're like, what is this? You know what I mean? So please, for the love of God, man, please understand HTML, CSS, and JavaScript first. Please.
Angular, React, or Next.js without even knowing the basics of the web. If I were starting fresh, I'd lock myself in with the foundations HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Not
Yeah, I see. I didn't watch this video, bro. I promise you I didn't watch this video. Exactly what I said, man. Please learn these things first, man.
in with the foundations HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Not tutorial hell, not copying random code snippets, but actually building tiny things. Like
Well, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with watching tutorials. well, I watch a lot of tutorials from this website called Free Coding Camp, and you know, I won't lie, there's up to a certain point where I, learned just how the like they had a JavaScript course, right? And I won't lie, their JavaScript course wasn't really that good. I didn't really like it that much, but the HTML and the CSS part of it, that was really good because from there is where I got to like actually learn how to style my pages and stuff, and obviously having a good obviously, well, one having the good structure is good. I mean, you must have good structure because people will understand, right? But also as well, it's to have good style so that it's colorful, it's user friendly. So it's like understanding HTML and CSS is something I would say extremely important to learn first before you really get into JavaScript, because JavaScript, I mean, I won't lie, there is AI now. So I mean, AI can't technically do the logic for you because I mean it is a logic based, well, code's a good a logic based application, right, or software. So yeah, man.
Not copying random code snippets, but actually building tiny things, like a personal homepage with only HTML and CSS, or a simple to-do list in plain JavaScript. Once you learn those raw building blocks, every framework you touch later will suddenly make sense instead of feeling like black magic.
Yeah, that is something big I realized with React. With React, I didn't realize that it uses a lot of like HTML and CSS. So once I understand how it works, it was basically easier for me to for me to understand the code properly. And I said I literally grind web development for 4 months straight. Like I literally didn't take a break from school. Like I was straight on it. I mean, I'm still going as well, right? But bro, like I literally studied this, bro. Like I studied, and if you all know that meme.
Every framework you touch later will suddenly make sense instead of feeling like black magic.
Yeah.
After that, I'd move on to modern JavaScript, not just learning the syntax, but really understanding how promises, async await, and ES6 plus features actually work. Back in the day, people used jQuery for everything, but in 2025, you don't need that. The browser APIs are strong enough now that vanilla JS is a superpower on its own. For example, using fetch to grab data from an API and then rendering it in the DOM. That skill alone is enough to make you feel like you can build real apps. And trust me, if you understand JavaScript deeply, React,
Yo, what the hell was that picture, bro? But whatever. But to be honest with y'all, I mean, I didn't really go. I didn't really dive into the whole fundamentals with JavaScript. Like I just said, I just kind of use ChatGPT for it. But I guess that's kind of my fault because when I do get a lot of errors, like I am a bit like confused with what the errors are, but usually it is usually like just like a internal server error or something like that. So it's not really that deep. So it's like AI can still understand the logic of everything what to do, because I said it is a logic based application or software. So it's like with AI you can basically do all these things there.
or Vue or Svelte won't scare you later. Then comes the step where I'd introduce frameworks, but I'd be more strategic about it. In 2025, React is still everywhere, but it's not the only game in town. If I was restarting, I'd pick one framework and I'd stick with it until I could build a real project. That could be a blog with Next.js or a small e-commerce site. The point isn't to dabble in every framework, it's to understand one deeply enough that you can ship something. Once you do that, picking up Vue or Svelte or Angular later becomes easy because the concepts like components, state, and routing are universal, so you will find them in almost every framework. Now, while learning front end, I wouldn't ignore the back end like I did the first time around. In 2025, you don't need to become a back end wizard to get started.
I cast Fireball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I reason with like front end and back end now. I said AI can do it, so it's like you can what's the smartest thing you can do is that once AI like builds a code for you, like you can tell it, can you explain what you wrote, here for me, right? And sometimes too as well, when you kind of get into that like aspect of when you ask ChatGPT those questions, it usually would give you the correct answer because it has to read the code at the root, and if there's any errors in the code, it will be able to spot it, right? So I reason like you don't really have to be like a top tier front end developer or back end developer. Like as long as you just understand the basic fundamentals, like AI can do everything for you.
Get started.
I cast Fireball. Fireball.
What the hell is this though?
Fireball.
But you should at least know the basics.
Yep.
Node.js with Express, or even better, something like Next.js's API routes, is enough to get you comfortable with APIs, databases, and authentication. For example, learning how to build a simple notes app where you can log in and save stuff to a database or even a file will teach you way more than just reading about REST or GraphQL in theory. Now let's be honest, databases are where most beginners get scared off. But in 2025, you've got tools like Superbase, PlanetScale, or Firebase that make it insanely easy to spin up a database and connect it to your project.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, if you go about Mongoose, Mongoose is good as well too. I like Mongoose as well. So yeah, I mean, he's not wrong, man. Like, yeah, I mean, you even have SQL as well, SQL as well. SQL, I mean, everyone should know that's like super easy, right? So yeah, man. I mean, it's so easy, and now, man, it's like this, man. Remember, AI is just a tool to help us to do things quickly, because what you have to remember is that the world moves with speed. So you as well have to move with speed also, because if you get left behind, that is on you. So yeah, man, like you have to
That make
speed
it
up processes, man.
insanely easy to spin up a database and connect it to your project. Instead of struggling with local MySQL installs, I just use those. It's not cheating. It's how companies do it now too. Once
Yep.
you understand the basic idea of tables, relations, and queries, you can decide if you want to dig into SQL deeply later. Another thing I would change is how I approached learning in general. Instead of spending months stuck in tutorials, I'd adopt project-based learning from day one. The trick is to pick projects that are small enough that you can actually finish them. A weather app, a blog, or even a basic chat app if you're feeling fancy. These sound simple, but finishing them teaches you about APIs, CRUD operations, authentication, deployment, and debugging in ways tutorials never do. Science actually
Yeah, that is actually true though, because when I was going through, and I mean, and Free Code Camp did give you projects, but they give you projects that me personally, like I would say at least 10% of the projects that they give were really good projects, and they were helpful. So it's like I reason by putting yourself into that hot water is like basically train yourself in the deep sea, right? And learning to swim from there. And once you know can swim from there, it's like, bro, you'll be unstoppable, because you would have went through the trenches of learning different codes and stuff like that, you know?
application, deployment, and debugging in ways tutorials never do. Science actually backs this up too. Active recall and hands-on practice are way more effective than passive learning. Finally, I'd focus way earlier on deployment and DevOps basics. Back when I started, I thought deployment was some advanced wizardry. But in 2025, you literally can push a repo to GitHub and deploy with services like Vercel or Netlify in seconds. Learning how to actually put something live on the internet not only feels incredible, it makes your portfolio real instead of just screenshots. And employers love seeing that you can take something from idea to shipped product. So
Yeah, that's something that I'm working on as well, because especially with this website that I'm working on right now. I mean, I've never really actually put a project into the like into the field before. I've just build them. So that's a skill that I also have to add into my artillery. So eventually, man, I just never really got. Well, I mean, to be honest, like those things, servers are a lot of money, man. Like share hosting is a lot of money. So yeah, but like because with sharing hosting is basically keeping your website available 24/7, and also you have to ensure that this the security checks are in place as well. So
If I had to start
Yeah,
web
man.
development all over again in 2025, the flow would be simple. Foundations first, modern JavaScript second, one front-end framework, back-end basics, databases with modern tools, project-based learning, and deployment as early as possible. That's the stack that makes you dangerous fast without wasting years on things that don't matter anymore. Thank you for sitting
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I agree with him. Yeah, man. Like, bro, especially with how, as I said, how the world is right now, bro. Speed is everything. So if you're slow, man, you're just gonna cook yourself, man. Like, yeah, you have to move quickly. So I agree 100%. Now let's go. Should you learn JavaScript in 2025? Let's see.
JavaScript is the most
Oh wait, no way. Nah, bro. I won't lie to y'all.
popular programming language among developers for decades. But here is the big
Nah,
question.
bro. I'm not watching this, bro. I'm sorry, man, bro. Bro, I'm not watching this, bro. But as I did not play these videos before, so I just added them to my watch later. Bro, nah, bro. I'm not watching this, man. Sorry about that, man, bro. I kinda understand him, bro. Yo, all right, let's move on to this project now. So what we had to do, as I mentioned, so let me just start up. Let's boot up the project, right? Let's boot it up. Uh, I do have to save some of these codes though, but I'll do that. I'm wondering if I should probably do this now then, or are we good? We're chilling. Or are we big chilling? Let's look for some of these things here. Go to this npm run dev. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with Rumble right now, man. I don't know what's going on, but Rumble is tweaking. So hopefully everything is good on that end, but I know what's going on with Rumble, man. It is going cuckoos. That's what the NBM starts. Hopefully it opens up on the correct. Ah, shoot, damn it, man. Open up on the wrong tab. But that's cool though. Let's go to register, I believe. So yeah, so you see that how it's here? Yeah, we have to fix this. So, and I mean it's something pretty easy to do. Shouldn't really be something too hard to fix. But it looks like it really. So I'll just tell it, hey, when you did the oh wait, so let me switch. I always keep forgetting, let me switch the screens. So you will see the active screen I'm working on right now. That'll be like, hey, when you updated my contact.tsx file to make it responsive, you also I should say that how can I describe it to make it responsive? I should say files like I should say that pages like the register and login page styling changed, meaning that the inputs and let me just double check it. what was wrong here? So look here. Just look like the input fields. Yeah, so that's the input fields. So let me go back. So yeah. Horizontally. I mean, can you fix these issues? I will also provide the CSS files for these pages. All right, so let's go. So let's provide the login.css. For the PC screen and the tablet screens. The mobile view is correct. Let's just double check it though to make sure. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So that's a login. Now let me send it the register. Register.css. Let me make sure it's, yeah, that's it. And then the so that's register, and then the contact.jsx, sorry, contact.css. And copy this and let's paste it here. Let's see what response we get. Ah, that's why when I made the contact points on its the form style overriding the two fixes, we just need to scope the underside so that they don't leak into login, and here's the correct contact changes marked with. Basic fixes, we just need to scope the contact as CSS so they don't leak into login. Okay, so he's saying that he's changing it basically. He's saying that let's change this. So if I go back to this now, okay, it looks fine. It looks fine. It looks fine. Let's go. It looks fine. Oh wait, you know what? Something I just realized is that there isn't the logging doesn't appear for the drop down menu. Yeah, that is something I've realized. I should fix that though. Well, you know, I should give it a couple of. Okay, so I just have a few more tweaks I would like to add the X for the drop down menu is not completed, meaning you need to add more. What did they call it, bro? More rotation to it. Also, I am also for the drop down menu there needs to be the, because I don't think it's there though. Let me just check. I don't think it added it. Yeah, it didn't add it. Yeah, it didn't add it. Also for the drop down menu. Then there's also for the drop down menu the login, register, and start pages do not appear in the drop down menu. That needs to be fixed because a person needs to be logged in to place a order. So if there is no login page or register page or and shopping page, how can they make a order? So let me just give it the not JXX. Let me just give it the sign page as well too. Header.css. Let's see. Right, so you see that you fix that. Okay, so let's add these two changes that they would have mentioned. Let me okay, let me just do this and do so. So I'm looking for I'm confused. Yeah, I think it's hamburger active span, not saying hamburger active span, hamburger active span. Alright, let me just remove this like this, then put this here. Alright, so that's that. Then header.jxx. How much fast it is? Had 62 lines of code. Now it's at 87. Alright, let's see if this is working. You put this here and then you put this here. You know why it glitched out like that? Okay, so now it appears. It's nice. But it doesn't okay. Damn it, man. Okay, so I see that it appears now in my drop down. We see again, this one I mean about the logic of this thing, man. It really, bro, it's man. Yo, you have to be so specific, bro. It's damn it, man. Damn it, man. Why, man? Like why? Just why, man? Okay, so I see that it appears now in my drop down menu, but I have a problem because now I have because now I have two parts logging and register in my header when there should only be one. Also ensuring that the drop down menu has the register logging and cart in in the mobile view. Now I wonder if I should add it, or is it good? I wonder if I should add like a drop down menu for the tablet version to the. I like a drop down menu for the tablet version. Well, okay, here is the code so far. Let's go to header.jxx and then let's go to header.css. All right, so let's copy this. All right, let's see if it understands what to do. It's just saying to add this code to it. Alright, let's switch back to screens now. Do so. The header, not CXS. I don't think I had a, let's see, double check. No, there isn't. So let's add the mobile view for this part. Let's add it. Right. Then header.jxx. I had 86 lines of code. And now it's in 87, so hopefully it's good. Let's put this here now. Let's see. You know, it's there, it's working. Okay, so nice. I got the mobile view and phone and the tablet view to work, but still in my header I still have duplicate logging register and cat. I mean, also you should, before sending me a code, double check it to ensure you understand the code you wrote for me. Take a screenshot of this. Hopefully it works. All right, yes it does. All right. I see. Yeah, sometimes you just have to check ChatGPT a bit. And once you check it, it usually gets itself in order, you know? But you just have to wait a little bit for that. Nice screenshot that made the issue obvious. You have duplicate because it's the same odd link card that will present in both the regular header elements for the sub and drop down mark homework on the sub both are visible, so you or see duplicate. I fix this by keeping the main manual show, keeping the list of action, rendering a separate one or too many that make sure that the hamburger S is still centered and improve a bit. Below are the exact correction to paste in it. I made minimal logic changes so nothing else breaks. Alright, so this is the code I gave. Sign.style.header, and it's saying to update it with this now. Alright, let's put this here. No, why it's bugging all that. So it's saying replace it with this. Let's see. Okay, we went to 100 lines of code now. Pretty interesting. Replace append your append your sales with these changes. I left styles alone and only artists are changed the passing furniture on tab menu. Artists near the top or where the header now is defined. So you seem to go to my Control F and look for dots header dash nav. They say replace it with this. Let me copy this. Alright, so header that now but that keeping the same hamburger. Let me just I will manually type this out because it doesn't go through the whole entire stuff. So I have to manually type this out now. Hamburger dot active. So apparently saying it's improved. Let me just copy this. Alright, let me copy this. Right. And then mobile app drop down menu. Where the hell is that? Not. What's it say now? That is new. Okay. Let me copy this then. Right. Then find this on. So for me, there's a header menu. Display none, right? Header action. The header menu. Display none. Header actions. Where's that? Display none. Hamburger. Set flex. For very small screens, keep spacing. Okay, let me add this part now. Right. Let's fix this. Let's see how it is. All right, let's put this across here. And it broke. Okay, so why did this thing broke now? It's like, bro, you see what I mean, bro? Damn it, man. Bro, this thing is so freaking, oh my gosh, ChatGPT. Damn it, man. Bruh. Alright. Okay. So I added the changes, and when I applied them, my code is breaking. I will send you both send you my files, and can you clean it up to clean it up and send the final code and ensure that everything is functional and working. All right, so let me send it. Let's send it this now. So let me put it here. So header dot jxx. You know, another problem I think is that it is adding extra code. So it could be that the problem with this is that it's adding extra code and that's why it's causing it to break. So if it does it again, I will just check it and tell it, well, yo, you're adding too much code and you're breaking it. So let's see. Alright, it's giving me the code, so I don't know why I keep doing that though. It's very strange. Alright, so that is giving me all the codes. Alright, so just gotta wait for this thing here to disappear. Alright, so let's move this here. So it has 99, right? 99 lines of code. Okay, so it dropped down to 95. Okay, no errors there. Then let's go to header.css. And dropped down now to 176. Let's see if it's working. Hopefully it is, man. Right, let's go, man. W's, W's. Damn it, man. Like, bro, simple logic and it's, yeah, man, bro. ChatGPT, man. Alright, looks good. Damn it, ChatGPT. Damn it, man. Damn it, guys. Come on, bro. Simple fixes, bro. Simple fixes, man. Anyhow. Alright. Well, looks like because it kind of time is kind of cutting a bit short because we had to, you know, deal up with simple logic issues from this. I'm guessing let me try to fix this subscribe newsletter. I don't think this shouldn't take too long. Okay, so it is working now. So let's move on to another issue I am having, and it deals with the news letter. So what I want the newsletter to do is save users email, save in the database, also send me an email when someone subscribes, and also send the person that signed up an email about them subscribing. All right, so yeah, I realized that there I had to add a route and stuff like that for it. Let's see the code that it gives me, you know, the newsletter.jx. Yeah, I know that I had to add that. Or find newsletter, user route, add this in the server. From the set of user form can call this API. Environment. Oh shoot. Hold on. Let me change the screen real quick. Okay, nah, it didn't show anything. Okay. It just showing the NBF and END files. Alright, so let's the code I've got here, let's add it now. So I should probably add fix of some of these files here. But I'll do that. Shouldn't really be too much database stable for user anyway. SQLite database. Oh wait. Damn it, man. Okay. I am using Mongoose database. Also, I have the newsletter in my footer.jxs file. Damn, I hate, man. I hate how freaking specific I gotta be with this stupid thing, man. Oh yeah, and then also here is my .env file. And I have to go offline for this because I can't show this. So what I'll do, show this instead. Yeah, because I don't want to really be exposing myself like that, mate. You understand? You digs? Alright. Let's fix this. But again, I don't understand how it doesn't understand that though, because I literally, like, bro, you can see from the project exactly what I did though. So I don't get how it doesn't pick up on stuff like that. Like, why do I have to tell that, I use Mongoose when you clearly could have read it because I sent you all the files. So it's like, man, I'm literally giving you data and like you're not even picking up my data properly. So it's like, bro, what's the point, man? All right, so let me now put this back here. And let me, before I close this file now, let's put this back here now. All right. They say in my new model, I know it would have been a model and a route. That's one thing I'm starting to get. I'm surprised it didn't, I know we say that, I'm surprised there was no controller, but never mind, there was a controller. So, so let's add the model now. Newsletter model. Well, I'll have to close this down anyhow too and restart the server. Newsletter controller. Alright. And because this is dealing with emails, I'm gonna be very careful with this as well. Because I don't want to like dox myself. So let's add this here. Let's go to routes, new file, routes. Go to server.jxx. I don't think there was anything dealing with. I don't know why it keeps putting import though when there's no use for imports. But whatever. Let's do so. It would be, where is it? Newsletter routes equals to slash that to newsletter. Okay, should be. Okay, wait. Why is it not? Okay, so I'm guessing it's good. And then they say up, what will I up the just thing to now update the footer. So let me look. So it's saying so. Alright, so it's this part now. I don't think there's anything to import. Nah, there's nothing to import. Alright, cool. So let's fix this logic. Alright, let me just copy this. Control C. Should add a space just between some of these here just to make it a bit easier. Alright. Let's run it back. Let's run it turbo. Let's run it up turbo. npm run dev. I know that would have been a problem. Things we see newsletter routes. Nope, it's still. Okay, you know what? Let me give it. So let me tell it, okay, here is my server.jxs file. Can you update it with the new newsletter code? Server.jx. Let me put it here across here for y'all. There, I was correct though, so I did put the correct files. I mean, I don't understand why it's giving a problem, because I did put the correct file, and yeah, it did mark a comment on what I did, so open up this. It may have just been a spelling error then. Let's open up this then. npm run dev. Okay, nah, so it wasn't a spelling error. I'll be like, okay, oops. So let me switch it back here now. Okay, well, I am getting this error in my terminal when I try to run my server. So it basically gave me the wrong mod, bro. Man, bro, I literally gave you my whole entire process and you still don't understand that, bro. Man, this man, ChatGPT, man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Model, where is it? Newsletter dot. This may give an error though. This may give an error. Let's see. npm run dev because I'm seeing not how node. Okay, nice, good. Now I think something is still up with this one. Let's see. npm run dev. Wait, what? Oh shoot, sorry, damn it. I'm in the oh okay. I like wait, why this thing wasn't compiling? Sorry, npm run dev npm start. Should work now. Nope. Something broke. Oh, this is the footer.jxx. Okay, so I'll be like, okay, when I tried to run npm start, my web page just has a blank page. Here is the code for my footer.jxx. Also, here is the errors in my console. Let me put this back here for y'all. Damn, I run out. My limit run out. That's crazy. Today chat will restart at 9. I see exactly what your page is and quote. There's a photo, but he never defines for how to fix it. You need to import this state. Imported use state from React, added state to define handled. Let's see, where did it do that though? Let's read this file back to back then. There's another screen. Damn, why keep doing that, Richard? Annoying, man. So it's saying that footer section, newsletter on handle submit, input email on change. I mean, I don't know what it's talking about though. I'm not seeing any changes it added though. But okay, let me just copy this, I guess. It was 47. Okay, now it renders, which is beautiful. Yeah, now it's fixed. Now all errors are gone. Cool, but let me just ensure. Let me just do this real quick. Because I don't want to expose my email. So what I'll do is send that. Okay, and it said I subscribed. Now let me check my Gmail. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it worked. Beautiful. It worked. It worked. It worked. So one of the, let me just send like a fake Gmail, like gman201 at gmail.com. And once I hit subscribe, kind of takes a little while, and then it will hit thanks for subscribing. I should have looked. Let me refresh. So if I was just to put hello world 2001 at gmail.com and I hit subscribe, you see thank you for submitting. Beautiful. So that is one down. So the final, what we do tomorrow, because kind of cutting short on time here, the next changes that we would do is for, oh, and I realized that I wasn't even logged in as well, which is pretty interesting. Well, I guess that's okay. So next thing what we do tomorrow is fix the admin page, and pretty much, yeah, we're technically done, you know? So yeah, make sure like the video, share, subscribe, and yeah, man, I'll catch you back in another video. Peace.